All right, so we're going to show you real quick a great way to set up a quick spray booth using some basic materials. This is probably, you could do this for less than $100 for a 10 by 10, and a 10 by 20 would cost you about less than $150. So here's what you need. You need an Easy Up, and at Harbor Freight they have these drop cloths. Also, you can get them at the paint store. These drop cloths are about in the neighborhood of $15 to $17. If you use a coupon, you can always get them a little less. Harbor Freight. You'll also need some of these spring clamps. So we'll go ahead and set this up. I'll let you guys watch it in hyperlapse and check it out real quick. So you guys are probably wondering why we didn't use plastic, and I'll tell you why in a second, but we're going to go over some more things here. Okay, so you see there I left a void. That's for ventilation. I use natural ventilation. I don't like to use fans, because if I use fans then I'm blowing overspray somewhere. The whole purpose of making this is to contain your overspray. So, and then you can put a drop on the ground underneath it. If you're doing something, I've done this and covered, monument signs, all kinds of things, and actually use this to protect overspray. I got Mercedes driving by, BMWs, So the other thing is if you keep it down to a minimum, most of your overspray is just going to contain and fall, and then you'll get some a little bit of airflow going through there. It's just enough to spray. If you're using the technique that we use, which is a different way of spraying, if you're using high pressure spray or a regular HVLP turbine unit, you might have an issue. We use a turbine unit, but we use a special spray gun, so we get very, very little overspray doing stuff like this. This is a 10 by 10. You can get a 10 by 12, and if you notice, we got a lot of drop cloth hanging on the ground. So you can get a 10 by 12 or a 12 by 12 and make a bigger spray booth. Like, say, if you want to do a car, you could actually pull a car in here and do a spot repair. You could flip this up, put a car right here alongside of this, flip it up and put it on top and tuck it in under the wipers, do the hood. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with this type of a little spray booth system, and all you do is you use these spring clamps. All this stuff is from Harbor Freight except for the tarp. If you had a whole car to do, I would just say buy the portable garage that they have, But this is nice because this is basically, this thing is $40 at Walmart for this tarp. 40, 45 bucks, depends on what time of year you buy it. If you buy it like in September, they're always on sale after the summer. So let's take a look again. And some people go, well, why did you use drop cloths? So why didn't we use plastic? Okay, number one, plastic is lightweight. Plastic can blow around a lot. The drop cloths, when the wind's blowing a little bit, if you get a 10-mile-an-hour wind, you can actually contain it still with these. Now you can with the plastic. If you put several layers of plastic on and you dig it into the ground, it's kind of a hassle. The drop cloths are nicer, and the other objection is going to be dust. As you know, my drop cloths are going to get dust on there. And, there's always a hose. You can wet it down and have the drop cloths be wet. That will stop that from happening. So, but they're nice, they're heavy, and if you get them a little bit moist, they're even heavier. So then the chances of the wind coming through and blowing into your overspray is blowing your tent down is not going to be as much of an issue. So your little tent comes with these type of spikes. If you're in the dirt, I've taken these and poked them through the drop cloth to hold down the bottoms of it so that it doesn't blow up. Also, you'll notice down here at the bottom we have our spring clamps around the bottom of it. You can put more spring clamps if you want to, if you're worried about that, worried about the wind blowing. You can put more spring clamps up here on the bottom here, and you can tighten that up if you don't want any open area. If you're going to do a containment ventilation system, you can do that with this type of thing. You can tighten up the top to get, but I like to have a little bit of holes in there so it lets a bit of air in myself. You know, this is great for doing cabinet doors. If you're doing cabinet doors, you know, and you don't have a patio cover to do them under. If I have a patio cover, I'll use zip pulls and in plastic. It's a lot easier, faster. Or you can use zip pulls and drop cloths. If it depends on what you want to do. If there's wind, the drops will hold up in the wind a lot better than the plastic does. So anyway, just an idea for you guys that are trying to figure out how to contain your overspray. It's just one way to do it, and it's worked for me many times, and I thought I'd just share this. That'll be something that somebody would be interested. Some of you guys already know this. Maybe you don't know about the drops. You might know. You know, make your comments though. We'd like to see what you have to say. Comments, good or bad. Anything you guys want to say. Any ideas you want to throw in there for other people. Let's say you found a better way than this. Put your comment down there. We'd like to hear it. I'll talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.